Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe Biggs with Infowars.com. Now, earlier this morning, Micah Brzezinski of MSNBC's Morning Joe made actually a true statement for once in a career, saying that it's their job as the media to control what you think as the population. Let's check that out.
Well, and I think that the dangerous, edges here are that he's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts. And it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think. And that is our job.
And that is probably the one and only time that you'll hear some actual truth come out of Micah Brzezinski's mouth and being aired especially on MSNBC. And what she said is correct, that it is our job as a media to control what you, the people, think. It's not this president's job to go out here and inform the people and bypass us. How dare he bypass us? We're the propaganda tool. We decide what's real and what's not. But we, the people, see that and we understand that's why they are the fake news. Now listen to this. This is the entire conversation, or her part that she said. It says, well, I think that the dangerous, edges here are that he is trying to undermine the media and trying to make up his own facts. And it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think. And that is our job. For once, we've actually heard the truth come out of these people's mouth, because media control is mind control. So today, the role of the media in contemporary politics forces us to ask what kind of a world and what kind of a society we want to live in. And in particular, what sense of democracy do we want this to be a democratic society? Now, let me begin by giving you two different types of conceptions of democracy. One conception of democracy has it that a democratic society is one in which the public has the means to participate in some meaningful way in the management of their own affairs, and the means of information are open and free. And if you look up democracy in the dictionary, it'll probably look a little something like that. Now, an alternative method of democracy is that the public must be barred from managing of their own affairs, and the means of information must be kept narrowly and rigidly controlled. That may sound like an odd conception of democracy, but it is important to understand that that is the prevailing conception. Now, some of the earliest forms of propaganda used in our history started back in 1916 with the formation of the Krill Commission, which succeeded within 6 months of turning a pacifist population into a hysterical, warmongering population which wanted to destroy everything German, tear the Germans limb from limb, go to war, and save the world. That was a major achievement for propaganda here in America. Now, where have we seen that before? We've got this new guy, Donald J. Trump, who's running to be the 45th president of the United States. And all of a sudden, the media takes this darling that everyone has loved for so many years. There's been no issues with Trump, really, that have been out in the spotlight, anything like that. People were always like, he's a great guy. All these people that have worked with him, he's not racist, he's loving, he's fun, he's funny, he's smart, he's intelligent. Then he runs to become president and starts taking out Republicans left and right. Then all of a sudden, an entire nation that loved this man's minds are changed through propaganda being pushed by our media. Nonstop, day in and day out, 24/7, the same stories circulating over and over again, people hearing it in and out all day, embedded in their minds. When they lay down to go to sleep, all they could hear in their head that Donald Trump was literally Hitler. He was a sexist, he was a racist, he was a bigot. But they didn't know that they were all being victims of mind control. So don't be a victim of mind control. It looks like Americans have woken up in a huge movement that sweep this nation. And that's how we were able to get our 45th president, Donald J. Trump. People woke up. They saw that CNN and MSNBC and all these other outlets were truly fake news.
You are fake news.
The Krill Commission is dead. 1917 is over. It's been 100 years of propaganda being pushed on the American people, and we finally have a president that's going around that propaganda machine and saying, you know what? Screw you. I'm talking directly to the American people, and that is what he's doing via Twitter and his own YouTube videos. So stay tuned for more reports at Infowars.com, where we give you information and let you decide what's real and what's not. This has been Joe Biggs with Infowars.com.
Brain Force is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on this the last few months. You probably noticed I've been more crazed, more focused, less brain fog, more energy, more special reports, and it's because of Brain Force.
One of the worst things with most energy products is it's not sustainable, right? You're gonna crash and gonna feel really bad afterwards. This has a bunch of different antioxidants and compounds and polyphenols.
Everybody's on these drugs to knock their brain out because the brain's so fried.
We kept changing this formula over and over and over again until it became sort of a grand puzzle. For example, the L-theanine inside of it, that is activated by the different compounds in the yerba mate that we put inside of it as well. This just increases the compounds you already have.
This is what you're actually designed to run on.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a car will run on one form of junkie gas, but it runs really good on what it's designed for. You will find Brain Force, Survival Shield X2, and other game-changing products at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.